from the Lord as we serve the Lord, the Almighty One. Pastor Q is a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, a brotherhood committed to uplifting one another and serving communities with pride and purpose. It is my pleasure to bring to you Pastor Q.
Let us center our hearts together for a word of prayer. God, we pause with the spirit of gratitude, thanking you first for another day. We are grateful for the blessed privilege that you provide us to be endowed, equipped, and empowered to serve your people. Times like these demands strong minds, great heart, true faith, and ready hands. And so we ask that your wisdom, your guidance, and your undertaking will lead us in every direction that you would have us to go to best serve the citizens of Wayne County. And so we pray that this meeting is done in decency and in order, and that you're pleased by all the business that is handled in this place today. It is in your all-sufficient name we pray and give thanks. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much, Pastor Q. And as with so many of our faith institutions, they give out bicycles to young people. They feed the hungry during this holiday time and throughout the year. And it's a blessing to the area on Plymouth and Myers on the west side of Detroit. So thank you, Pastor Q, for being here today. Thank you for all the work that you do in our community. Next item, please.
Reading, correcting, and approval of the journal.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun.
Move for approval. Support.
Are there any corrections to the journal? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next item.
Report from the chair.
Nothing today. Next item.
We're moving to unfinished business. There is none listed. Offering of all petitions, ordinances, resolutions, and presentations. There are none listed. We're moving to reports from committees. Report A is from the Committee on Audit. There is one item listed.
Thank you so much. And as a reminder, we operate in committee format. The items that are on the agenda today have gone through committee and have been vetted, discussed, and they are here today for final disposition. Committee on Audit, Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move the report for receive and file.
It's been moved by Commissioner Dobb. Is there support? I don't know, my screen's not working. Moved by Commissioner Dobb, supported by Commissioner Killeen. Any discussion?
Screen.
This one here. Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
We're on report B from the Committee on Government Operations. There are two items listed.
Commissioner Killeen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And the committee, I'm moving both those items for approval today.
Moved by Commissioner Killeen, supported by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry. Any discussion on the two items? Any discussion on the two items on government operations? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next item.
We're moving to report C from the Committee on Public Services. There are 13 items listed on pages 3 through 7 of the agenda.
Okay, Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move items 1 through 13 for approval and have Commissioner Baydoun be the maker of the motion on item 12.
Duly noted.
Moved by Commissioner Marecki, supported by Commissioner Anderson. Any discussion on the public services report? Any discussion? Okay. Hearing no discussion, please vote.
Motion carries. I have Commissioner Baydoun as the maker of the motion on item number 12.
Thank you. Next item.
We are on page 7 of the agenda, Report D from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 5 items listed.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Madam Chair, I move approval of the report. There are 5 items. Support.
Moved by Commissioner Kinlock, supported by Vice Chair Pro Tem Baidoon. On item number 1, were the items received?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes, they were. Yeah.
okay. Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 1, the items received was what, can you just clarify what that was?
So,
I know we had discussion on this item, but just wanted.
well, we asked for additional information. We referred it to council.
Through the chair to this honorable body, after discussion with the department, the date was changed to better reflect what actually occurred. So the date has been revised.
Okay, I believe we asked for some additional information as well to clarify. Right,
the-
right, right.
Which part?
The 20-30%, and if we hire, do we still pay that? I just wanted
Well, they
clarification.
responded at the meeting, but I can't recall. Remember they responded at the meeting?
That's what I don't
Okay, so,
remember.
right, okay.
The department did provide a response to the body at the committee.
If so, and what was the response?
Is someone here from the department? And this is item number 1 under Ways and Means, Management and Budget.
Through the chair, not speaking for the department, but if I recall, the department indicated that the 20% will come into play when a county employee refers an applicant, and then that applicant then goes through the full process. Not that it was a current county employee being put into the position. It was a county employee referring an outsider for the departments here.
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You were doing great, Felicia. Go ahead and continue if you wish.
No.
But no, it was exactly that. It was at the meeting, it was clarified that the concern was, the confusion was around a county employee being recruited for the position versus a referral by a county employee. So it had nothing to do with a county employee applying for a position that Korn Ferry was recruiting for. It was if a county employee referred a candidate for that position Korn Ferry was recruiting on, that fee would be then 20% as opposed to the full fee of 30%. They would still have to go, Korn Ferry would still conduct the interviewing, the vetting, the type of screening, the assessments that they provide to all of the candidates. So there was still a role for Korn Ferry, even though it was a referral by a county employee.
Please identify yourself for the record, please.
Oh, sorry about that. This is Jeanette Kolsar, Chief of Staff for M&B.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Think we're all clear, Commissioner? Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As I recall at that meeting on Committee on Ways and Means, I think Chair Kinlock had a question about our Human Resources Department taking over more of the ownership of the training and the other things that are involved in selecting individuals for these type of positions. And as you look at $329,000 paid to an outside company, it appears to me, and I think Kinlock can speak for himself, but that's a hefty amount to pay for folks that our own HR department should be, in my estimation, qualified to determine.
There a question, Commissioner, or just a statement?
No, just want to say he exactly correct. Okay.
Is there a response from the Executive's Office, HR, about that statement as to why we're bringing on a HR company.
Well, I did call and speak with HR director, and she explained that these were some unique positions, and they were specialized areas, and it required at this time to hire outside consultants to address these vacancies. I did mention to her, as well as I did talk to our CFO, and reinforce the thought that we need to bring those individuals in-house and making sure that we have competent level of staffing within our HR, so we don't have to, put these type of contracts. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Wilson?
Yes, as a follow-up, Madam Chair, I think there was also discussion, and at least for my own personal edification, or possibly I could say our collective edification as a body, the individual who was selected, Corn Ferry, I think at that time I talked about the fact that we had a 3-bid process. I was under the impression, and I'm not sure if this firm went through a 3-bid process, and I think that was supposed to be answered as well. So I haven't heard anything thereafter. Is there any update on the fact that, or not, fact that we did or did not go through the 3-bid process?
Janet, can
Okay,
you?
I thought they had, didn't they respond to that at the meeting?
That was responded to, and I followed up and indicated that this was a comparable source procurement.
Right, correct.
So that there was no bidding process.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear because that's not what I heard at the meeting, but if you're good with it, then I'm even better with it. Thank you.
Through the chair, I offer no opinion on it other than the procurement ordinance allows for comparable source procurements, which do not require bidding, and this was a comparable source procurement and it was not bid out.
Thank you, Counselor, and thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Chair Kinlock.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional questions, discussion on the Ways and Means report? Hearing none, please vote.
Madam Chair, I'm a no for item 1.
Duly noted.
Abstaining from item 1.
Abstain? Yes, say yes, and then we'll note that you're abstaining. Yes on the report and abstaining for item number 1. Commissioner Baker McCormick and Commissioner Peterson Mayberry. And you note how they have voted,
Yes.
okay.
Motion carries. I have Commissioner Peterson Mayberry as a no on item number 1 and Commissioner Baker McCormick as an abstention on item number 1.
And Commissioner Wilson, are you a no on the report or no on just the item
No
1?
on item number 1, please.
Okay,
Duly noted.
okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right. All right. Next item, please.
We're on report E from the Committee on Health and Human Services. There are 4 items listed on pages 8 and 9 of the agenda.
Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Recommending approval of items 1 through 4.
There's support? Supported by Commissioner Peterson. I'm sorry. We'll get the board clear.
In.
Everybody was in.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on our button pushing for a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay, moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by
We faster
Commissioner
than the machines.
Wilson.
Well, thank you all.
I would like to bring up Ms. Janelle Allen, if she's here, for items number 3 and 4.
Good morning,
Good
Janelle
morning.
Allen, Chief Operating Officer. Actually, with regard to item 3, if you don't mind if I do item 4 with with Ms. Johnson, and then she will present 3.
Okay.
But it is truly a pleasure to be before you to recommend and present with wholehearted support for Kenil Johnson to serve in the role as our Health, Human, and Veteran Services Director. As many of you may know, Kenil has actually been serving in this role on an interim basis for close to the last 8 months. Prior to that, she served as the Chief of Staff and also functioned as the Chief Operating Officer for that department, where she really has a strong focus on performance and operational excellence. During her 7 to 8 months in this role, she has provided very steady and reliable leadership. She has earned the trust and respect of her peers, her colleagues, and the staff, as well as external stakeholders. She has provided such continuity that really does give us a lot of confidence in her ability to lead this department effectively at this time. So with that, I'd like to present her because I know she has a few words that she would like to say as well.
Johnson, Mrs. Johnson.
Thank you, Janelle. Good morning, Chair Bell and Commissioners. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. It is truly an honor to stand before you as the appointee for Director of Health, Human, and Veteran Services. I am deeply grateful for your consideration and for the trust of Executive Warren Evans, as well as Chief Operating Officer Janelle Allen. As you all know, I have led this department since April of this year and could not have done it without the support of all of you and an amazing team, which I am so grateful for. Prior to serving as interim director, as Janelle stated, I did serve as chief of staff for the department. So I'm very familiar with the challenges and opportunities that exist within our department. My commitment is to continue to lead with integrity, transparency, and a relentless focus on improving outcomes for children, families, and vulnerable communities across our county. I will continue strengthening our partnerships with our departments, community organizations, and each of you. So I do appreciate your time and all of your services to Wayne County, and thank you again for your consideration.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Are there any questions before she introduces our next person that's getting appointed today? Commissioner Wilson?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Just have one question for you, Director Johnson.
Yeah.
What took the appointment so long? You've been doing a great job since you've been in that seat, so congratulations. It's
Thank
about
you.
time.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Kniezek.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, I've offered this comment and compliment in private, but I also think sometimes it bears mentioning in a public setting too. But it was many, many months ago on a Sunday, I had a constituent reach out to me. They were dealing with a funeral and a burial that was taking place. They were trying to do so in compliance with their religious traditions. And so there was a very tight timeline that they had to move along. And there was some questions about where this individual's body was, when it would be leaving the medical examiner's office, going to the funeral home, allowing that funeral to move forward, just a lot of question marks. And picked up the phone and called Ms. Johnson on a Sunday. She immediately took the call. Within an hour and a half, absolutely everything was fixed and taken care of. So I think it's really a testament again to our executive and our COO for picking good people, making it easy for us to say yes to the people that they put in front of us. But that type of motivation, rolling up your sleeves, getting the job done on a Sunday, I think is a great testament to Ms. Johnson as well. And so really excited to see you stepping into this role and appreciate all the support that you've given this body so far and all the support that we know you're going to have to give us moving forward. So thank you and good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baidoon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I too would like to echo my appreciation for Director Johnson. I reached out to her about 2 months ago before the school started. One of the parents needed some documents from the health department and he needed to enroll his child in school, and within 5 hours, the task was completed. I truly appreciate your leadership and I look forward to working with you. And I applaud County Executive Warren Evans for selecting such a talented and friendly individual to lead this department. Thank you.
Thank you.
Further discussion? All right, we're in discussion mode right now. So if you don't mind, Director-to-be Johnson, if you could introduce Dr. Sheth for her appointment under discussion.
So I stand here before you all today as hopefully future Director of Health, Human, and Veteran Services, Keneal Johnson, respectfully requesting your approval for the appointment of Dr. Avni Sheth as the Medical Health Officer for Wayne County, effective December 1st of this year. Dr. Sheth has been serving in this capacity on an interim basis since April, following the resignation of former Health Officer Dr. Abdul El Sayed. At the time of her interim appointment, we were mindful of Dr. Chef's dual leadership responsibilities and wanted to ensure that she had the capacity to successfully meet the demands of this critical role. After several months of strong and effective leadership, Dr. Chef has proven that she is well equipped to serve permanently as Wayne County's medical health officer. Dr. Chef brings a wealth of experience and expertise to this position. She is a board-certified physician with extensive public health and clinical leadership experience. Her tenure with Wayne County has been marked by strategic oversight of population health programs, collaboration with local and state health partners, and a focus on equity and data-driven solutions to improve health outcomes for residents across the county. Dr. Chef brings a wealth of public health experience and a proven track record of performance. Her leadership was instrumental in guiding the department through the state's public health accreditation process and has been essential in shipping countywide strategies related to health equity, behavioral health, and population health outcomes. We are confident that Dr. Chef's continued leadership will strengthen the county's commitment to protecting and promoting the health of all residents. And I will say that it has been truly a pleasure to work alongside Dr. Chef as interim director. She has completely supported me in various aspects, and I'm just grateful to present to you all to her today.
Dr. Chef, do you have any words?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Director Johnson. Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, County Executive, for your continued trust in my role as I step into this role. My entire career as a public health and family physician has been in public service. I'm deeply committed to our charge in local public health to improve community health, ensure everyone has the opportunity for health, especially those that need it the most. I stepped into this role, the initial role at Wayne County in early 2022, where we were still responding to the pandemic. And since then have faced Mpox and measles and countless other everyday public health challenges. I look forward to continue working with all of you. We have also an amazing team at the health department led by Director Johnson, passionate, mission-driven team that I continue to be grateful to be able to have a leadership role over, and look forward to our continued partnership as we navigate into somewhat challenging times for public health in front of us. Thank you.
And thank you for your work that you've done in the interim position, as well as just being here at the county, working in the public health through the pandemic and all the things that we've been through. So thank you for your leadership. Any discussion on this appointment? Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm just thrilled both of you are continuing in these roles and these appointments finally came through. You've been a total pleasure to work with. So I appreciate you.
Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also the same sentiment. I know I've reached out, Director Johnson, for several things, and I appreciate you being so responsive and coming and sitting with me and walking through. I think our first encounter was, the veteran gift card fiasco. And so thank you so much for your professionalism. Welcome aboard, Doctor, officially. And Madam Chair, I just wanted to actually say something about item number 1. So item number 1, I shared with the commission that I had done a tour of the complex last month for the adult and the juvenile portion of the complex. And at that time, I was made aware of a program for the Choices program. And so that is a podcast program where the young people run the podcast. And so I had an opportunity 2 weeks ago to go back and be a guest on that podcast. And I just want to say, programs like this, when we see them in action and we see these young people gaining skills that they can take when they are back into our communities, they are absolutely necessary. I did also take a look at the education program that's over there. So I appreciate the complex and Director Davis, working under your leadership, soon to be Director Johnson. Thank you for all that you're doing for our young people in that space of the detention center. So thank you. And Madam Committee Chair, if I can, I'd love to co-sponsor number 1. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional discussion on the Health and Human Services report? Hearing none, please vote. Okay.
Motion carries, and I have Commissioner Peterson Mayberry as the maker of the motion on item number 1.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for our new 2 appointments. Congratulations, ladies. We are in continued good hands with your leadership, so thank you so much. All right. All right, Madam Clerk, next item.
We're on page 10 of the agenda, upcoming meetings.
Okay, so my notes. So next week is the Thanksgiving holiday. Therefore, all of our meetings will be on Tuesday. So please note the schedule for the meetings. If there are any changes, please let the clerk know, but we'll meet all day on Tuesday. Next item.
We're moving to new business, immediate consideration. There are 2 items listed. Item number 1 is requesting commission approval of the reappointment of Commissioner Alan R. Wilson to the Wayne County Land Bank Corporation Board of Directors.
Okay, is there a motion? Moved by Commissioner Marecki, supported by Vice Chair Pro Tem Sam Baydoun, to appoint Commissioner Alan Wilson to the Land Bank. Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Congratulations, Commissioner. Next item.
Item number 2 is requesting commission approval of a 24-month grant services contract between the Charter County of Wayne and Western Wayne County Fire Department Mutual Aid Association not to exceed $1 million to purchase and manage specialized fire and hazardous materials equipment.
There a motion moved by Commissioner Kniezek, supported by Commissioner Marecki. Commissioner Kniezek.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to build off, frankly, something that my colleague, Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, just said, and that's you just can't beat it when you get out there and you see something with your own eyes. And so a little over a year and a half ago, I think it was, a number of us commissioners had the opportunity to go out, I believe you were there as well, Madam Chair, and meet with the men and women who are part of the Western Wayne County Special Operations Unit, if you will. And we got to see and learn in real time the type of training that they do, the type of challenges that they face, and frankly, the type of equipment that they have to work with. And I just don't think that you could beat seeing in real time the incredible effort that these men and women go through in training, in protecting us all, and the unfortunate reality being that the equipment that they have to do it with is a bit outdated. And so when we were preparing the fiscal year 25 budget, there was an opportunity to put some resources in that budget to support the special operations. And so there was $1 million put into the fiscal year 25 budget. All of our colleagues here voted for that, and I thank you for that support. And then we went, of course, into the process of making sure the contract was right and getting everything signed. And so what we have before us here today is a vote on that contract for the dollars that we've already approved. Would certainly encourage my colleagues to be supportive as well. I know that Commissioner Marecki wants to make sure that she shares a couple words here. And then I know that we're joined today by some gentlemen who can speak to some more of the specifics of how these dollars are going to have a meaningful impact, not just for Western Wayne County, but for all of Wayne County. And so I'll kick it over with your permission, Madam Chair, to my colleague, Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Commissioner Kniezek. And that was a very hot day that we went out and learned. So I had no idea about that whole group. So thank you for voting for this, for the budget. It was a year ago, October. So I'm glad it's finally, everything's been worked out and we're here finally to vote on this. So thank you to everyone. And I'm thrilled that these guys are here and have a couple words to say.
Okay. Gentlemen, if you want to introduce them or?
They're infinitely capable, Madam
Okay.
Chair. I'll let them introduce themselves. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, you have the microphone.
Good morning. Good morning, Honorable Commissioners and Madam Chair. My name is Philip Hall. I'm a Battalion Chief for City of Dearborn Heights Fire Department. I'm joined today by Battalion Chief Adam Burton from the Northfield Fire Department, Chief Joe Murray from the Dearborn Fire Department, and Chief David Brogan from the Dearborn Heights Fire Department. On behalf of the men and women of the Western Wayne County Special Operations Team, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your financial commitment to strengthening our hazardous materials and search and rescue capabilities. A special thank you to CEO Evans and the entire administrative team for their hard work on this project. Your support reaches far beyond equipment. It directly impacts the safety and security of our neighbors, our families, and everyone who travels through our communities. When hazardous materials incidents or search and rescue emergencies strike, the moments that follow are the most critical. Lives can change in an instant. In those moments, having well-trained, well-equipped responders on scene is not important, it is life-saving. Because of your commitment, we are better prepared to face these challenges. You have given our responders the tools they need to step into dangerous, unpredictable situations with confidence, skill, and the knowledge that their community leaders stand firmly behind them. That support means more than words can express. Thank you again for your time, for your trust, and for your unwavering dedication to the first responders of Wayne County. Your investment in us is an investment in the safety and well-being of every person that we serve. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Would the other gentleman like to speak, or did you speak for the team? You're the team spokesperson, okay. But thank you, gentlemen, for coming down. Thank you for your courage, your bravery, and your service to Wayne County residents. We're hopeful that this money will help you do your job more efficiently and effectively. So thank you to the commissioners who brought this to us to vote on. And we're glad that finally the contract is here before us and that you can do the work of keeping us safe. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Any additional discussion by our colleagues? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Marecki.
Chair, for putting this on the agenda today so
Absolutely.
quickly, so thank you.
Absolutely. Very important a year later. Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen, again for coming down today, and we look forward to you continuing to do the work of the people. Thank you. Next item, please.
On B, testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation, there are 7 items listed.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation? Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, supported by Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun. Any discussion on the testimonial resolutions? Any discussion, Commissioner Peterson Mayberry? Hit your button. Turn your mic on. There you go.
Sorry. Thank you, Madam Chair. Just call your attention to item number 4, the Marygrove Community Association. We did have a ribbon cutting for the Arboretum. So Arboretum is a way for the community to ensure that there is environmentally sound community support around forestry and trees and paintings for young people. So this was phase 1 of this brick patio facility on Kentucky Street. It was really nice to be there with our Congresswoman and our state reps were present, but it was really nice to see the community kind of taking things into their own hands and looking for additional support going forward. So it's interesting to see what will come out of that space. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Keep us posted on how that progresses. Thank you. Any additional comments, discussion on testimonials? Okay, hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item, please.
We're on memoriams. There are 6 names listed.
Okay, I'm very sad to announce for those of you who don't already know that former Representative Fred Durhal Jr. passed away last night, and we want to keep his family in our prayers. As you know, his son, Fred Durhal III, is currently my council person over in District 7, and both Freds and I have worked together over the years, so we want to make sure that we keep the family in our prayers. Once we get service arrangements, we'll be sure to let everyone know. Any additional names for memoriam? Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, then Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also call your attention to item number 2. Ida Mae Patton, that is the mother of Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony of Fellowship Chapel Church, as well as Detroit Branch NAACP. So the services are set for Saturday, November the 29th at Fellowship Chapel Church. Family hour on Friday, funeral on Saturday. But item number 2, Ida Mae Patton is the mother of Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony, and she actually passed on her 94th birthday. So what a life well lived. So if you could keep all of those who are listed in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And if you are doing a memoriam, if you could please add my name to it. And
Mine too.
okay, everybody's name to it. Thank you, Commissioner Scott.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention about Fred Durhall.
Yes.
Fred was truly a good politician.
Yes.
In fact, I attempted to run for Congress when Fred was running the city hall
That's right.
for Mayor Coleman Young at the time.
Wow.
And then later on, he came to Lansing. In fact, Glenn and I both served with him, you know, so he's just doing a fantastic job. And just more recently, he was working for the rescue mission for Dr. Audie, just doing a great community thing. So I just thank God for his life. He has done some awesome things. So appreciate it.
A true public servant. He will
Yes.
be sorely missed. He touched probably most of our lives in the Detroit area. So
Yes,
we will
yes.
certainly keep his son and the entire family in our prayers. Yes. At this time, if we could stand for a moment of silence. I'm sorry, before we, or as we stand, Commissioner Anderson, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to also talk about Fred. Fred, and as Commissioner Scott has mentioned, we served together. He had the highest integrity of anyone that I think I've ever known. We were very close and became extremely good friends. And I didn't even know that he had been ill, but it's a big loss to see Fred pass away. Had the greatest personality and sense of responsibility to those he represented when we were in the legislature in the Michigan House, and just a fantastic guy. I know there was an issue that came up with someone that challenged him continuing in his position, and it was I absolutely stood by him, and we were successful in him keeping his position there. And it was he was tough, but he was never bitter about what was attempted, because there was somebody that was connected to the mayor that at that time, and that was trying to force him out. And it was very sad to see that happen, because Fred had never harmed or never done anything to anyone that I'm aware of in the legislature or in political life. He just wanted to serve, and may God bless his soul and give his family comfort. Thank you.
And we could all stand for a moment of silence, please. Thank you all. And again, I'll certainly keep the body abreast of services when they're announced. Next item, please.
Public comments.
There anyone on Zoom for public comments? 2 minutes. Yes, we have 2 minutes for public comments. Anyone on Zoom? Any hands raised? Anyone on the telephone? Anyone in the audience?
I have one card, Terrence Pruitt.
Mr. Pruitt, you have.
You're getting off to a good start.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, y'all. These never there. I work for Lincoln Hall of Justice, downtown, midtown. Working there for 3 years. June 23rd, 2023. And it let me go in August the 15th, my last day. I came back on October the 22nd. So the building been through a lot of changes and stuff, renovations and stuff and everything, you know, the ceilings and the floors and stuff and everything. And I do like housekeeping, custodial work, whatever you want to call that. So they like short of staff in there, like maybe like 5 of us in there working. And then they kept, the one person that was in there, they kept me. They didn't bring the other people back in there. So it's a lot of changes in the building. Had to get used to the stuff in there. I noticed the people in there and everybody in there. But it's been a lot of stuff going on in there, you know. But like I said, it's okay, but, you know, talk about it, you know, other little things in there. That's all I got to say, though.
Thank you for coming down. We appreciate you coming down in your service to Lincoln Hall of Justice. And we were aware of some things, and we are in the process of talking to the courts to see how we can right that ship. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Anyone in the chambers for public comments? Comments? All right, next item.
Reconsiderations,
There are none.
remarks by members.
Any remarks by members? There is a Ways and Means meeting today at 12 o'clock, so if you're on Ways and Means, please note that. Commissioner Wilson.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to thank this honorable body for giving me the opportunity to serve for the next several years as a member of the Board of Directors for the Wayne County Land Bank Authority. I vow to you that I would do everything possible to continue to devise and enforce policies, practices, and procedures that would diminish blight in our great county. So thank you all so very, very much for this opportunity, and we're going to take care of some business. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any additional remarks by members? Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun, but before you go, Vice Chair Pro Tem, let me just say we're going to keep Commissioner Clemente and her family in our prayers as her husband is going through medical challenges. Let's keep her and her family in our prayers as well. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, everyone. This past Tuesday, a group of right-wing extremists came to Dearborn to protest something they called Sharia law in Dearborn. These agitators came and entered my district in military-style gear as though they were preparing for a war that exists only in their imagination. This so-called law exists only in certain newsrooms in this country and in the minds of bigots who continue to spread hatred toward a peaceful religion followed by more than 2 billion people. Here are some facts for those individuals who came to Dearborn to intimidate my community. When they first arrived in Dearborn, they walked right through a nativity scene proudly displayed by the city of Dearborn for Christmas season. They passed a couple of bars and even a strip club on their way to protest a law that does not exist. Then they entered Dearborn City Hall, where they insulted members of the city council and basically told everyone to go back home. You don't belong here. And keep in mind, many of the council members that were there were US citizens and born and raised in this country. So they went through the city hall and stood for the Pledge of Allegiance like we do here every meeting. And they listened to an invocation delivered by a local Dearborn Christian pastor. Dearborn is a city where mosques stand proudly alongside church steeples. So with all of that in mind, we ask one simple question. Where exactly is the Sharia law they claim to be fighting? If there was Sharia law in Dearborn, you can't have a liquor store, you can't have strip clubs, you can't sell pork products. So the Dearborn community is tired of outsiders showing up to demean us, target our Muslim neighbors, and try to incite fear in a place we call home. We are extremely disheartened by individuals who come into our city to provoke and disrespect its residents, especially our Muslim community. While burning a holy book is protected under the First Amendment right, it is deeply offensive and quite frankly frightening for our community to witness the Quran being burned and even struck with bacon as some twisted display of hostility. Keep in mind, as a Muslim, if I see someone trying to burn the Bible, it is my duty as a Muslim, as a decent human being, to peacefully stop that person from desecrating the holy books of God. We must remember that this type of rhetoric has been directed at Muslims since 9/11. For more than 2 decades, Muslims have endured harmful stereotypes and inflammatory attacks. Islam is a faith practiced by over 2 billion people worldwide, and the small minority with twisted ideologies who commit violence do not define us and what we represent. Finally, I can say this with 100% certainty. There is no Sharia law in Dearborn. Dearborn, like all cities in our great country, is governed by the highest law of the land, the Constitution of the United States of America. However, I can say this, we have shawarma law. We make the best shawarma outside the Middle East. And many of you who tasted our shawarma in Dearborn, they can attest to this. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. And of course, we do not condone hate anywhere in our county, state, or country. So thank you for your remarks. And again, hate like that has no place, especially in Wayne County. So thank you for that. Commissioner Kniezek.
Thank you, Madam Chair. 2 quick things, and I want to build on what my colleague just shared. First, all the members of the commission will see that we placed on your desk a campfire mug with a little candy in it from my most recent senior celebration that we held in Dearborn Heights. We had just north of 600 senior citizens that showed up to the event this year. A phenomenal time. She will be so embarrassed, I'm going to say it, but my staffer who's sitting over here, Celine, is really, yeah, she's looking in the other direction. She's really the backbone of the whole operation and pulled it together. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Celine and thank the so many volunteers from across our district, the nonprofits that chipped in, that allowed us to have a night of fun, of community, of fellowship with one another, live music, good food, and some great prizes, frankly. And so just my gratitude. It's so wonderful. I remember when I first was running for office and was going into certain communities, and folks would say, David, you know, we don't go north of Cherry Hill, or other ones would say, we don't go south of Cherry Hill, or we don't go into Dearborn Heights. And so for me, this is just that opportunity for folks to get in the room and talk with one another and understand and see the similarities that we all share and to build out that community. And so a thank you for that. And I hope folks enjoy and put those mugs to good use. We said it briefly earlier. I'd be remiss if I just didn't say again, you know, the process of getting anything from the budget to a vote here contractually, it's circuitous, it's a pain, there's a lot of back and forth. I just want to say thank you to the staff for making that happen, for engaging in those conversations, to you and to your team, Pam and others, for making sure we could bring it up here for a vote quickly. We're obviously just in that place where the longer things take, the more expensive things get, and we want that $1 million to go into stretches as far as possible. And the last thing I'll say, just to build on what my commissioner said, and I don't have any prepared remarks here, so this could really go off the rails. But when we learned about the protests that were taking place in Dearborn, I had this initial default to don't say anything, don't give these folks the attention that they so desperately want by coming here and inciting violence and inciting hate in our community. But when you pause and see what is being said, see the actions that are being taken purely to come here and incite and to paint an entire group of people with such a broad brush, I really feel like being silent is giving a pass to that type of behavior. And so I first want to commend my colleague, Sam Beydoun, for standing up and saying what's right, for pointing out that hate and ignorance has no place in our community. And what he said resonated so deeply with me, that Dearborn is tired. Dearborn Heights is tired. Anywhere that has a large Arab American, a large Muslim community is so damn tired of having to defend who we are, our place in America, our status as equals with everybody else. And so I want to call attention to something that happened earlier this week. The very gentleman who sought to hold this protest in the first place, folks from our community reached out to him and said, you clearly have a misunderstanding about who we are and what we stand for. Come to Dearborn, meet with us, talk to us, let us take you out to dinner, let's have a cup of coffee. And the very gentleman who sought to host this protest in the first place stood at the mosque days later saying, I've been lied to my entire life. There's nothing here that's anti-American. There's nothing here that is, promoting one religion over another. And I think that takes great courage. And I think we as a community uplift and respect and appreciate that. I don't begrudge if you live in a community that looks entirely like you, that prays entirely like you, that you've never once left, and you only get your news and your information from news sources that paint our community in a negative light. I understand why you've come to those conclusions, but our community understands too our role and our place in changing those mentalities and changing those mindsets. And so we're active in doing so. We're going to continue to remain active in doing so. And for folks that might feel some type of way, again, we open our arms to you. We don't respond to hate with hate in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. We respond to hate with love. We're willing to bring folks in. We're willing to educate them. And frankly, I think it's not right that time after time after time, we ask our Muslim brothers and sisters to fight this fight on our own. No matter who you are, no matter what faith you ascribe to, no matter what community you're from, it is the Arab and Muslim community today. It is going to be our community next. It's going to be your community next. And so again, in times like this, I think it's important that we remind ourselves of our shared humanity, remind ourselves of the importance of standing up and speaking out, and to remind our Muslim brothers and sisters that we stand with you, that we support you. And when somebody with hate in their heart comes to our community and says, go back to your country, go back to your home, that we remind our Muslim brothers and sisters that your country is right here and your home is right here too. And those of us in this room are going to make sure that others never forget that. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. And I am reminded that many of those people were out of state. They came here from another state to be agitators. So again, no room for hate in Wayne County. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun.
Just wanted to thank Commissioner Kniezek, and just a reminder also, one of the leaders of that demonstration in Dearborn on Tuesday, he was one of the January 6 rioters, okay, who served time, and he was pardoned, and he's running for the U.S. Senate seat in Florida for Marco Rubio. Can you imagine this person is going to represent Florida in the U.S. Senate? And I would like, Pam, I'd like my remarks to be entered into the journal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional remarks by members?
I'm told, Madam Chair, that I also have to verbally say that I want my remarks in the journal. So
Duly noted.
thank you.
Additional remarks by members, hearing none. Remember that there's a 12 o'clock Ways and Means meeting on today, and that all of the committees who have items will meet on next Tuesday. And let me put a little bug in your ear that in December, as we wind down on the work of this year, there may be extra committee meetings to make sure that we get them all in before the holiday season. So don't be surprised if we have 2 or 3 weeks of committee meetings to get all the contracts in before the end of the year. Motion to adjourn? All right. You all so much. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.